feel like it's on the wrong side. I have been trying to conquer my fear of YouTube for nearly 2 decades now. But I recently realised something. I am setting myself up to fail before I even begin. There, a bit more. There we go. Last USB device to connect to the computer function and Windows does not recognise it. What USB? I haven't plugged anything in. Don't do that to me. I grew up with YouTube. I can't even remember who was the first YouTuber I actually watched, but I was obsessed with Jacksepticeye and also Catherine Manning because it was through her videos that I learned how to start my first ever blog back in the day. Content creators with very different personalities and very different content, but to me, when I got home at the end of the day, they kept me company and just brought me so much comfort, especially when all my dreams and aspirations that I'd been working towards had just gone down the toilet. I worked in hospitality and retail, but I was often too poorly to even leave the house thanks to living with endometriosis. But these YouTubers, the ones that were on my TV day in, day out, they inspired me. They kept me company. I wanted to be them. I wanted to be a YouTuber. But oh my god, I was so bad at it. The first ever video I made was in 2006, I think. Yeah, 2006, and I was about 22. It was a montage of film trailers from the movie Advent Children, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, because I was obsessed with Cloud. And I backed the montage to the song Chop Suey by System of a Down. No surprise, but it was instantly flagged by YouTube and taken down for copyright. Which absolutely sucked because I had spent days editing each clip in order to sync it perfectly with the music, and I thought it was an absolute masterpiece, and I watched that video hundreds of times. So I quit there and then. That was it. I was done after one video. I didn't actually upload another video until I was 30. Yeah, 30. So that was quite a big gap. And I started up my YouTube channel again because I wanted to document my trip to London. I thought this was a trip of a lifetime. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make it. I have to document this. And about 3 videos in, after starting that channel, I quit that too. I didn't make any more makeup videos, but I did play a lot of video games. Gaming connected me back to when I was a child, and I used to play on the NES, on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and also the PS1, because my brothers had that as well. Discovering a new game to play for me was better than going out and getting drunk. I'd play Disney games like Kingdom Hearts and kick butt in Final Fantasy X-2, or is it 10X2? X2? Just the sequel to 10. When I met my fiance though, he introduced me to Halo, and then later we discovered Destiny together, and that then became our game. A game that ultimately was my descent into Twitch streaming. Would you believe I got affiliated in just 7 days? Yeah, I didn't believe it either. Most streamers, well, new streamers, will stream to absolutely nobody for years and perhaps never even get affiliated. But I was incredibly fortunate because I was surrounded by a community of people who really wanted to see me succeed. But then after 2 years of streaming like several times a week, and I had 400 plus followers and quite a good subscriber base as well, I just quit. I had convinced myself that I was never meant to do this content creation thing. So why even bother anymore? Just go to work, just sit at a checkout and serve entitled customers for the rest of my life. Definitely seemed that I was destined to do that for a long time. My confidence took a huge knock after that, and to be honest, I started to feel very much like a failure. But after a year of, no, I think it was 2 years, of hiding from the world and not uploading a single piece of content to the internet, I started up my own gaming blog. Games had really become my life at that point. They were keeping me sane. And as I start to settle in and hide behind the written word, I realise something. I am setting myself up to fail before I even begin. Every time I hit rock bottom, it was because I was blaming it on my age. Like a number has control of my entire life, and the higher it gets, the harder I fall. These are the thoughts that were constantly bubbling to the surface every time I had a bad day. But at what age do I think I'm not going to be too old to do something? Why can't a 39-year-old, a 49-year-old, or even a 59-year-old enjoy video games? We watch movies, read books, take up new hobbies that span all ages. So why not gaming? I know aging can be unkind and cruel, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. My age isn't going to suddenly start reversing, and it's certainly not going to stand still. We cannot control the flow of time any more than we can control who watches our YouTube videos. Here I am, aged 39, sitting before you, sharing all the cozy games that get me through the hard times. I want to shatter my own limiting belief and stare it in the face and say, you can start a gaming channel. But the funny thing is, since I've started this channel, I've actually given myself the confidence to also go back to Twitch streaming. So it's coming full circle. Maybe one day I'll get back into makeup as well. Right now, I'm not wearing any.